You wouldn't believe how long it took to do that silly little intro. My eyes hurt so bad. Hello again, folks. Welcome to a fun little episode. I'm assuming you've seen the title card, so you know. Today we're taking care of false advertisement for Big Wrench Tech. But Vic, you ask, why does he call it that? Well, it's because there isn't one component on this car that's supposed to be on this car. No, I've said that wrong. This car isn't what you think it is. It's one part classic muscle, one part police cruiser, and one part this or one part that. Just go over to Big Wrench Tech and try to figure it out for yourself. In the meantime, let's take care of this build, shall we? You'll see that I had an accident with my ball grinder right here. It'll be easy enough to fix with some body filler later. Once I get this tail fin out, I'll send it off to the goo. Once the goo does its thing, we'll get started on that much needed bodywork after we clean it up. This hood is going to present a problem. I'll come back to that later. In the meantime, let's get everything polished up and ready for primer. There are so many nooks and crannies on this car, I think I'm going to have to put it back in the goo. I don't know. Maybe I can brush it out with this toothbrush. If Foggy asks, you have no idea where this toothbrush came from. You'll see that this model has bumperettes on the front bumper. False advertisement does not. They have to go. The last thing that I have to do before I get it off to primer is to remove these holes where the tail fin was. It's time for some body filler. Now, back to that hood problem. False advertisement has a flat hood. This one came with that weird cowl hood. Once again, it's gotta go. I know it looks a little rough in the raw, but it'll look much better when it's in primer. It may be time to clean my workstation. Regardless, the body filler is dried, so let's get it ground down. This is our very first shop tool donation. A set of pin files from our buddy Eric. Yeah, I think we can work with that. Maybe a little more sanding, but that's pretty good. What do you say we throw some decals on this thing and start getting it put together? That's not bad, right? I'm going to pass the body off to Foggy so she can take care of the bumpers, and I'm going to work on the interior. The engine on this one is actually pretty easy. I just have to trim the 2 ducts off of the air cleaner. I know that I don't really have to, but I'm going to add some engine bay detail. Since we can't do the rims for this Greenlight model, I'd like to add as much detail everywhere else that I can. That's really starting to look like something. Let's finish up a couple of things off camera and we'll move on to the glamour shots.